Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Travel Coffee Break. It's Wednesday already. I can't believe how quickly it all comes round. And this one's just going to be another, I suspect, short, but either way, it's another open mic edition. Get rid of the screen share so you can see me. There you go. For which I'm sorry, but next week I do have something lined up. I had a couple of people lined up and a last-minute person lined up for, or at least a possibility of him for this week. But he's actually gone off to Romania, and that's going to be the subject next week because he's going to actually join us from there next Wednesday. So that's one to look forward to. Meanwhile, usual procedure, I've sent out the invites to everybody who follows the Travel Coffee Break Google Plus page. And so I will do that just again to irritate everybody I've already sent it to. But there we go, just to double check. So that should be arriving. If you follow the Travel Coffee Break page, then you should be on the invite list for this, and then if you just click on it, then you can join. So in the meantime, what I'll do is just talk about a couple of things that I've noticed this week that I think are quite interesting, and if somebody joins before I run out, then that's all well and good, and if they don't, we don't. So one of the things that came up this week, and I've just noticed a continuation of the discussion about it. It was British Airways. They sent out a release on Monday, highlighting the fact that they are re-equipping, redesigning their interiors, the cabins, on their short-haul fleet out of Gatwick and Heathrow. And what they're trying to do is to bring the style into line with the new, rather sort of modern interiors they've got on their long-haul fleet, particularly the new Boeing, Airbus A380s, and also the new generation of 777s that they've got. And so they've changed the lighting and various things. But one of the things they've done is introduce this new seating. Now I'm talking here without props because I did actually put, there we go. So if I bring that, hold on a second, if I, excuse me while I get this all wrong because I've got so many windows open at the moment, but if I screen share that one with you, then you will get a little idea of it. There we go. You should be able to see that. That's the piece I was writing about it on Monday. And the point about it is that they've introduced these new seats, which they say are slimmer, was the word they actually used. And they'll enable the airline to carry more low-fare travellers. They also changed the seat back slightly, so they've got this. It's a tablet holder actually that goes on the back of the other seat. And they also said that they have designed the seats to give also a little more knee space. I'm trying to find the section where it actually says that, but I thought that was rather an interesting thing, and it also led me to wind up having a discussion on Google Plus with somebody, because I think, with the benefit of hindsight, I probably misunderstood it or misread it, because when they described these seats as slimmer, I took that to mean in width. And in fact, I think they mean in depth. And the thing that sort of slightly fooled me about it was because they were describing how there was going to be more knee space at the back, and it wouldn't have made sense. But on the other hand, it makes more sense than them being slimmer in the width of the seat, because you'd have to have an awful lot of percentage gain or decrease in a seat in order to be able to squeeze one more seat on a row, whereas you need to gain maybe a few millimeters over 80 rows to get another row in. So obviously it does refer to depth rather than to width. But most importantly, I think that what they're describing and looking at the pictures are seats that are actually, how can I put it, thin. basically, just don't have the depth, don't have the material depth. Maybe with new materials, that's now possible. But I noticed that the BA are being slightly coy about the whole thing, and that's why I said I noticed the discussion is still going on, because Anna O'Reilly, Anna De Silva O'Reilly, is otherwise known as Mrs. O's around. Very well-known luxury blogger, huge influence out there with companies like British Airways, because she's very much a power user of their kind of product. And she was drawing attention to this as well. And you got the distinct impression that although they were sort of engaging with her, it was very superficial. It'd be interesting to know how these seats actually do work out when people start trying them, because it sounds as if the pitch hasn't changed at all. They've just slightly reshaped them so you get a bit more space for your knees. But anyway, we'll see how all that works out. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, there's I saw a very nice little post here. This is, let me just open that up for you. This is A3 Traveller, aka Sue Lowry, who I've known for a long time, is one of the seniors, as it were, at Magellan PR. And she lives in the south of England and writes this blog about very interesting places that we don't always perhaps pick up on. And this one in particular really struck me this morning. This is Cowdray, down near, now she said somewhere where it's outside. It's in the south anyway. But you can see from these images here that Midhurst, I think it's near, that it's actually quite a dramatic building. And Midhurst, there we go. And she gives the details when it's open and when you can see it. But it is sad that it suffered a fire in when was it, 17 something or other. And it's been left derelict ever since then. But its history goes right back. It's a Tudor house. Henry VIII made 3 visits to the house in his reign in August 1538. So I'd never heard of it before, but it looks absolutely startling. And I would, if you get a chance, take a look at the it's A3Traveller, all one word.com. A numeral 3 Traveller with 2 L's because it's UK .com. And take a look at that post. Very much worthwhile looking at. And what was the other thing I was going to mention? Oh yes, I like this. This is a piece of what I would call guerrilla marketing. This is Citizen M Hotels, small, contemporary hotel chain, international hotel chain. And when I say small, they just squeeze into my very own definition for my list of international chain hotels, which is, to be a chain, it has to have at least 6 hotels, 6 properties. So they just scrape in, but they've come up with this campaign here about what people want, or rather what they say people want: a 24-hour bar and free Wi-Fi beats a guy in a silly hat carrying your bags, and then actually staged their promotion outside the Sheraton New York, which I think is a masterstroke of guerrilla advertising tactics. So hats off to them. Well, his hat off to them for that. Oh, hold on. I'm not sure if you can see that. Hold on. I'm looking at the Hangout screen and it doesn't look. Oh, hold on. Okay, let me just go back. Sorry, I told you all of that thinking that you were looking at what I was looking at, and you weren't. So if I go here and screen share to this page, here we are. Sorry. Now you'll get what I'm talking about. Here we are. This is the Citizen M 24-hour bar and free Wi-Fi beats a guy in a silly hat carrying your bags. And then here's the photograph of him outside the Sheraton in New York. So yeah, nice touch. Definitely a nice touch. Okay, I'll get rid of that now. Obviously, nobody has, as I suspected, joined us. Can't see the time. Where is it? Yes, 10 minutes past. So that's quite enough from me. Like I say, next week will be a bit more organised. I know I've got at least one guest booked in for next week, so that'll be good. And in the meantime, of course, if you have any ideas of things that you want to talk about, travel and tourism, whether you're either in the industry or whether you're a PR or whether you're a travel writer or a blogger, then do let me know and join me right here for the Travel Coffee Break at 5 o'clock UK time next Wednesday. Bye for now.